and we're back on the road again today. We are continuing our journey on Uber Eats. On Tuesday, we finally got our account converted to Uber Eats Pro. And as you know from before, I had Uber Pro because I have rideshare. So the only way to get that is to voluntarily give up rideshare, which I wasn't doing a lot right now. And I can always do Lyft rideshare if I'm desperate for rideshare. But they converted it, and as you can see, this was the old Uber Pro. And now we're off that to the Uber Eats Pro. And they took all my points away too. I had 140 some odd points and start from zero. What we have learned is the Uber Eats Pro is only for delivery, doesn't count rideshare. The other thing that we have learned is that it is monthly, from the beginning of the month to the end of the month, from what I can tell right now. But the other thing that I have learned is in 2 days, I was able to get to the gold tier from the green. That requires 8% or lower cancellation, and you have to accept 30% or higher, and you have to have the score of 90% or better. You know, the customer rating has to be above 90% or whatever it is. I'm at 100%. I've never had a bad rating on Uber Eats or Uber Rideshare. Don't know why. I feel like a couple times I may have deserved like 4 stars instead of 5, but you know, that's just for rideshare. I had to deal with a couple of drunk people, and it's not very fun. The other thing is that we got to gold pretty quick. It's not the other thing. We got to gold pretty quick in 2 days, 25 points. What I'm trying to say is I think the points are too low. Everybody will have this, and this is what I'm learning, and I'm going to share with you guys. I don't believe there's not going to be anybody that doesn't have at least the platinum, which is 50% acceptance, 5% cancellation, and then the 90% or higher rating. That's pretty easy to get and maintain. Every other order you got to take, it's not a bad trade-off to possibly get higher paying offers, which we don't know. I did get my first gold offer last night. It was like for 4 miles, $6.57 from a taco place. I'm not saying it was great, but there was some other bad ones that I did turn down, and that's why we're hovering at 38%, because I just couldn't bring myself to drive 20 miles across the city with a couple of sodas a few times. And I would want you guys to decline those as well. The other thing we did try now that we have the Uber Eats Pro and just delivery is they offer earn by time on Uber now. And you can sign up, and it works just the same as DoorDash. If you reject 2 in an hour, you get kicked off, or you have to go back to earn by offer. I am on the fence if I like it or not. I feel like with DoorDash, it's a little more controlled because you're in a zone and you don't have to go across the country. On Uber Eats so far, they've given me a couple that were, 15 miles across the city, and I had to reject them, and then I got removed from the earn by time. We will continue to explore the Uber earn by time in a different video, but for right now, I just wanted to do more Uber Eats today from 4 to 9. It's Thursday. I said I got this on Tuesday. The points are easy to get. You just work the prime time and you'll get the points fast. With that said, I hope tonight that I get the other 25 and get to the platinum tier. But the bad news is I got to raise the acceptance, 13%, and my cancellation is at 6%. And it's only at 6% because I took 2 earn by time offers and I couldn't get to the pickup fast enough, and they took them from me, and then they give you a cancellation for that, which I think is malarkey, but it is what it is. Okay, the other thing I want to talk about in the Uber Eats Pro is that, you have the green, gold, platinum, and diamond tier. The diamond tier is 600 points. I don't think it's too far out of reach. I don't know if in the next 20 days I'll be able to attain that this month, but we'll shoot for that next month for sure. So with that said, sit back, relax, and strap on your seatbelt. The grind continues now. So this is 7-Eleven for like 4.5 miles, $3.57 if I remember correctly. The dollar amount at this point really doesn't matter. It's garbage, and I know it's garbage, but here we are pulling up. We don't have to shop or anything for this one. We just grab and go north, and that's where I want to end up anyway. 7-Eleven, 357. And here we are to drop off the 7-Eleven, 357, like I said. It was 4 total miles, not 4 miles to the drop off. All right, that was the first delivery. Now we're on to the very last of the day. It is at Burger King, and you can see it's lit up this time. The last time we were here, it was not. It's 5:43. It's not very good, but we are trying to raise our acceptance and the other thing, like get rid of the cancellation so we can get to platinum. Anyways, this delivery was hand to me, so I didn't record that, but you saw the pickup. It was 5:43 for like 5 miles. And there was a tip on it, so it wasn't horrible. And again, we are trying to raise our acceptance and get rid of that cancellation so we can move up to the platinum tier and eventually the diamond tier. We did gain 40 points, which is awesome. In between that, we do some Instacart. And I suggest that you do that as well because it's just going to make you more money. All right, here you see we made $40.78, which is not too bad. 4 batches, probably 5 or 6 deliveries if I remember correctly. And you have to put these in between Uber Eats sometimes, I feel, because it just makes the night a little bit better. And then you can add that on to what you make on Uber Eats. Like here, we made $72.82. If I just did Uber Eats tonight, that's all we would have made. And it was slow at times. I did not get any requests, so that's why I sandwiched in the Instacart. So all in all, we made like $120 in 5 hours. It's not great, it's not horrible either. And that brings us to the end of this video. I sure hope you guys enjoyed the ride along here in Las Vegas with me up in the northwest quadrant in Centennial Hills. And as always, if you like this, please go ahead and give a like. It'll help me out a lot in the channel. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.